Hello everyone, good morning. It's time to start the day. Grab your coffee, your favorite beverage, shine your light and light the way.
Good morning, everyone. It is April 23rd, 2024, and it is time for your good morning and chat. Do you have your coffee? I have my coffee, and it is delicious. Today, Katie Moonchild, she's doing her 31 days of mindfulness, if I can say that word. More coffee, hang on. 31 days of mindfulness challenge, and she has today's was olfactory, the scents that you take in. And she was mentioning in the video about coffee and how amazing it smells. And I went over and I was making my coffee, and I'm like, yes, this smell I associate with so many different things. I associate it with when I was a kid and my dad would make coffee, and how it would just kind of like permeate through the house, because he always perked his coffee. He used a percolator. And it was this amazing smell. I started drinking coffee when I was 9, not because I liked the way it tasted, because the way it smelled, and because it gave me a jolt of energy. So yeah. So anyways, oh my gosh, all you people are here. Good morning, Jenny. It's great to see you. How you doing in your new assignment? I hope everything is going well so far. And my beautiful Katie, good morning, my sweet sister. It is good to see you. And thank you for the beautiful, beautiful card of the day today on Instagram. It was amazing. Really, really, it got me thinking about, how sometimes you just come across things in life that help you realize just how far you've come, especially when you're talking about your spiritual growth. Well, that card this morning really got me thinking about that and made me feel very grateful. And Teresa's here. Good morning, Teresa. It is great to see you. And we have a new friend, Lynn. Hello, Lynn. Good morning, Dolly. I just met you yesterday with Nancy and Heather. I love your energy. Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you coming in and saying hi. And here's Heather. Good morning, Heather. I had a blast on your channel last night. Thanks again for inviting me. That was really nice of you. And Flowing's here. Good morning, Flowing. How are you, sweetheart? And Nancy's here. Good morning, Nancy. How is Anala? How's Anala doing? I'm still looking for my dragon, but I think I might have found one. I put it in my wish list, and I'm thinking about it. It's kind of calling to me, so I may be showing you a dragon sometime in the near future. So yeah, so thanks everybody for coming in. I'm really excited, and thank you for everybody, all this great energy. Good morning, Gypsy JJ. How are you today? Good morning, good morning. I'm happy to see you. And Viviani, good morning. Hello. Happy Tuesday. See, did I get everybody? Yes, I did. Well, you know what? I am so glad that you are all here. Oh, Nancy says that Anala is resting with a smile on her face, as always, because she has a happy home, right? She has a happy home. Well, speaking of happy, today is my mom's birthday. My mom, Nancy. Today she turned 77. So hopefully I'll make a video when I'm over there today. I'll show you guys how happy and healthy she is. I'm just so grateful that her hip is healing the way that it is. I mean, she's getting around so much better. And I'm just so grateful for that, you guys. And today is also my nephew Ethan's birthday. He turns 18. So look out, world. Ethan's on his way. And he's a lot like me. So, Nancy says, I'm right behind your mom, Dolly. Janet's here. Good morning, Janet. Oh, Janet, I'm wearing my wolf shirt today. See, I'm wearing my wolf shirt. Oh, and it's a full moon, you guys. It's a full moon. So I don't know if you guys make moon water. This is what I do. I make a whole bunch of these. These are mason jars. I put in a quartz crystal in my mason jar, and I put it outside with the intention, and I ask man of the moon to charge up my water, and I put that intention out there into the universe, and then I use that water throughout the month for energizing me when I need it. I water my plants with it. I do a lot. Actually, I use it for rituals. I do a lot of things with the moon water. So it's nice to make moon water. So you guys make some moon water. I'm sure Katie could tell you even more things that you can do with moon water, because I've always made moon water because my grandma did, which is really bizarre. She was not pagan. She may have had like a little bit of hidden kitchen witch going on in there that we just didn't talk about, okay? Because I found something after she died that looked an awful lot like a Book of Shadows. But anyway, she used to put moon water out, and I started doing that when I bought this house from her. I bought this house from my grandma. I started making my own moon water, not really knowing why I was doing it. I just did it, and then later on, years later, I talked to Katie, and Katie's like, oh, yeah, well, this is why this happens. And I'm like, oh, okay. So now I really do it with intention. Yes. Well, hang on. I love looking at Grandmother Moon. She brings such joy to me. Yes, me too. And happy full pink moon, says Flowing. And Katie says, I make 3 gallons of moon water. Jeepers Christmas. Mine might be close to that. I have 8 mason jars, 8 pints. Is that 2 gallons? I think that might be 2 gallons. Katie says, I use it for my first rehydrating in the morning before anything else. Yes, that's kind of what I do too. I come in here, I say good morning to Gaia, my turtle. I take a big swig of the moon water, and then I go about my day. So Nancy says, I woke up at 4:30 a.m. with an almost full moon radiating her light across my bed. Oh, that is so amazing. We were cloudy this morning, so hopefully tonight it'll be clear. Let's see. I'm going to put out sun water. I'm going to put out sun water out today also. 1 jar with a gold ring and 1 with a silver ring. Oh, that's neat. I like that. So what do you do with your sun water? Do you use it kind of in the same way as we do moon water for ritual and for rejuvenating us, for the plants? Love the moon. She is amazing. Yes. Now, did you guys know that in Norse paganism, the moon is actually the male and the sun, the vibrant, nurturing, life-giving sun, is the female? Yeah, Suna. So isn't that interesting, hey? My son brings me spring water from his cabin deep in the mountains, and I make my moon water with that each month. Oh, I bet that's amazing. All those minerals in there. That's got to be powerful. I should do that. We have a natural spring here it's in South Milwaukee, where it's a natural spring and people can come there and fill up their water jugs. I should do that. That's a good idea. Yes, and I sip each morning for balance. Oh, that's perfect. And that makes a lot of sense. I'm going to try that. I am going to try that. So let's look at our high vibe card of the day. High vibe. It's time for your high vibe. High vibe card from Kyle Gray. Okay, let's look at this. Today it is emotions. Feel your emotions, be with them, honor them, process them, then move on and enjoy your life. Emotions. And it is very important for you to allow yourself to feel your emotions. Now, I'm not a professional for entertainment purposes only, but I have noticed that the more I resist feeling, the harder it is for me to move forward. So learning to process my feelings and accept them, be curious about them, and then let them go, and then I can move on. So I feel like everyone should do that. My mom used to make homemade iced tea, but setting the jug in the sun for by setting the jug in the sun for brewing. Yeah, I have family that live in North Carolina, and they make tea that way, by putting it out in the sun, and it's very good. Katie says, emotions equal energy in motion. They are meant to flow through you, not get stuck. 100%, my friend. Oh, I meant to tell you guys, I think I told you guys about my parrot. I got a parrot. It's actually for my mom. It's going to eventually go live at my mom's house. But for now, he's living with me until my mom heals up. And his name is Reuben, and he is an African gray parrot. So I thought I might take you guys out into the living room. Hopefully this will work. I'm going to disconnect my computer here, and we're going to go for a walk. Whee! Let's go see. Chrissy's here too, but I'm not going to show you Chrissy because she is still in her pajamas. But there's Reuben. There he is. Say hi, Reuben. Hi, Reuben. Reuben's like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, but I'm not liking it. But that's Reuben. And he's 30 years old. And he is, he's a talker. He's pretty darn talkative. He says a whole bunch of different things. My favorite thing that he says just randomly is sugar daddy. I don't know what that's about, but yesterday he started saying peekaboo, peekaboo, I love you, peekaboo, which made us full of joy. So yeah, he's a neat addition to the family here, and I'm glad that I was able to help my friend out. My friend just had twins. Plus, she has 2 other daughters, and the house has just gotten too small and things too chaotic for them to give the bird the time and the attention that it needs. African grays need a lot of attention. So she said, hey, will you take this bird? You can have everything for free. The cage, the bird, his $800 tree. I'm like, yes, I will take the bird. I said, my mom would like a bird, so I'll take it and take care of him until my mom is healthy enough to take on the bird. My mom is, did the wildlife rehabilitation. There was never not a bird in my house growing up, and there was never not a bird after that either. But the last bird that my mom had was a robin, and when he passed away, she didn't get another one because she started this journey with getting her hips replaced, right? So now that this is all settling down, she can get another bird, and she's never had an African gray before. So I think that this is going to be exciting for her. So thank you for everyone saying hi to Reuben and Agador. Agador will be so excited. Yes, maybe they can have a play date together sometime on Zoom or something where they could talk to one another. Agador is Nancy's parakeet. Very, very sweet. And it's an older parakeet too. Like, what did you say? Is he like, did you say 18? That he's 18? But that's super cool. And Katie says they get stressed, they start plucking feathers. Yes, they do. And so far he hasn't. So far so good. He seems very comfortable here, so I'm very happy about that. Jenny says, my grandmother had birds when you were a kid. Oh, that's cool. So did mine. My grandma did too. My grandma had, what was the bird's name? Sparkle. Sparkle the parakeet. And Sparkle was a boy. And I was always like, Grandma, is it Sparkle? Or is it just Sparky? And she's like, it's Sparky. Oh, okay. All right. Agador is 9, almost 10. Okay, I was off by a little bit there. Just a little bit. But still, that's a nice long life for a bird. He's a beauty. I have a cockatiel. Oh, I love cockatiels. Chuckles just turned 20. Oh, He loves his kitty. Oh, yesterday, I haven't left the bird alone. I'm trying to just get him comfortable and trying to establish a routine with him and blah, blah, blah. But anyways, I went to the bathroom yesterday. When I came out, my cat's Spirit was trying to get into the cage. I don't know if you saw, but it's like a 2-tiered cage, and Spirit had jumped up on the top of the first tier, and that's where we opened the doors for Ruben to come out. And Spirit was like halfway in the cage, but Ruben wasn't in the cage. Ruben was on top of the cage. So Spirit wasn't going after the bird. Spirit just wanted to get into the cage. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to have to really keep an eye on these guys. I've always wanted a baby African gray, but it's such a commitment with their long lives. My children aren't interested, right? Yeah, they can live to be pretty old, like 70, 80 years old. He's 30, so he's got a lot of years ahead of him yet. African Greys have a sweet personality, unlike macaws. Yeah, I'm not a macaw fan. I got bit by a macaw pretty bad, so I have a healthy fear of them now. But I've always wanted to have, especially when I was growing up, I really wished my parents would have been able to afford a bigger bird, but now we got one. So I'm really happy for my mom. So I got some good news for you guys to read. I'm going to read through some good news real quick here. Some really interesting stories today, and I will paraphrase them as best as I can so that I'm not boring you guys to death. But I like these things. And again, it's the day after Earth Day, so happy Earth Day to everybody. And these are environmental and health related stories. So here we go. The first story is researchers create nanogenerator capable of using greenhouse gas to produce electricity. In the University of Queensland, scientists had a remarkable eureka moment when they accidentally turned the most common greenhouse gas into electricity. By using positive and negative ions of different sizes, the team created electricity from carbon dioxide and now believe that their nanogenerators could help improve the reputation of the simple molecule. Now, thoroughly demonized, it pays to remember that carbon dioxide contains 2 oxygen molecules and 1 carbon molecule, which rank among the most fundamental building blocks of the universe and are used in human society for thousands of processes and purposes. The devices were just 4 by 6 centimeters, so very small. But the team theorized that a larger one could provide meaningful power supplies to office electronics. So in the future, your computer might be powered by carbon dioxide. Isn't that fascinating? I think that that's fascinating and an excellent way of using a greenhouse gas to do something good, because if we're using CO2 to make electricity, we're not going to be making CO2 to have electricity. You know what I'm saying? Through the coal process. So all this is good. All this is good. The next story is California battery plant is one of the world's largest and will store solar electricity for LA's high-use evenings. In California, a renewable energy storage system will be one of the largest in the world when it comes online this summer. The Nova battery bank, designed and built by Calpine, will be able to power 680,000 homes for 4 hours. Why only 4 hours? The Nova power bank is envisioned as helping to cope with peak demand, which is great because you hear about it every year almost, like in certain places like LA and other parts of the world, New York, where they have brownouts every summer because of the high use of electricity on those hot days, right? Let's see. The 680 megawatt lithium ion battery bank will boost California's renewable storage, which already equals about 55% of the nation's total capacity. That's a lot. Holy crap. 620 megawatts will be brought online this summer, and a further 60 will come online in the summer of 2025. So yes, it is. It's a hi, Linda. You're the beautiful one, not me. You. But thank you. And Nancy says, amazing technology. And Flowing says, we need that in every state, right? That's exactly what I was thinking. And Katie says, macaws are a bird of prey. They do not belong in captivity. They can have the power of their beak to bite off your finger. I know that that's right. I know that's right. For sure. Jenny says, I've been reading this book, and the female main character has a macaw. That's a smart-ass bird. Yeah, they are. They're very smart. They're very smart. So are the African greys. Almost a little too smart for their good. I can't believe some of the things that he does. Like, he can unscrew the nut on a bolt and like knock his perch down. I'm like, what are you doing that for, bird? Why are you doing that? Who taught you that? So it's like, yeah, they are so smart. All right, and the last story, and I know this isn't for everybody, but this is important to know. Study links recreational cannabis use to a lower risk of cognitive decline and dementia-related diseases. And for those of us who all use cannabis for medicinal purposes, we already knew this. But anyways, cannabis and its derivatives have already been shown to relieve short-term chronic pain, reduce inflammation 30 times more robustly than aspirin, improve symptoms of Crohn's disease, and show some efficiency in killing lung and pancreatic cancer cells, which is just freaking amazing. You'd think you're smoking weed, it's going to give you cancer, but no, it actually helps to reduce it. But a recent epidemiological, I don't know how to say this word, hopefully you guys got that. Look at cannabis has linked it to dramatically lowering rates of cognitive decline and dementia. A new study published in the journal Current Alzheimer Research that looked at 4,744 American adults over 45 using self-reported methods of calculating cognitive decline found those who used cannabis recreationally had a 96% lower chance of developing what they call subjective cognitive decline. 96%. Okay? The researchers looked at all common methods of cannabis use, including smoking, vaping, dabbing, and consuming, as well as the frequency of use, which the scientists behind the study say has never been done before. The reason I think this study is great is we looked at all the different dimensions of cannabis use. The fact that we included all three is a huge contribution to the research because I do not believe such a study has ever been done before. Another interesting aspect of the study was that it controlled for the use of medical use cannabis and recreational use cannabis. Much of the drive in America to decriminalize cannabis has been around medical use cannabis, which is richer in CBD or cannabinoid. I don't know how to say that word. Katie, you can say it. A powerful plant therapeutic. Cannabidiol. However, it was recreational use of cannabis, that is to say, cannabis cultivated not to the maximum of the plant's production of CBD, but to the maximum of THC, the psychoactive compound in cannabis, which showed the protective effect on cognition, indicating the psychoactive part of the cannabis may be more therapeutic than we previously thought. So, how about that? That's pretty amazing. So for people like me, Alzheimer's runs in my family. It has been something that I've been gently concerned about with my mother and with myself for quite some time now. And it does seem like this plant, this miraculous plant, is going to be helpful if that starts to happen to my mother or myself. So that gave me a lot of hope. So Katie, yes, it is amazing. I just need to get some. Katie says, I am blessed because it is legal to grow cannabis here. Yes, you are blessed. It is not legal here in Wisconsin. But it does help me with pain. And I do have some chronic pain, especially right now. I've got a lot of chronic pain, and it really, really is a blessing. So I also printed out for you guys today the horoscopes. Da, 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 da. So if anybody would like their horoscope read, just please put down your astrological sign in the chat below over there, and I will read you your horoscope. And again, I use Rob Bresney's horoscopes on from Free Will Astrology. That's his website. So would anybody like it? Jenny is Scorpio. So let's get Jenny here. Scorpio, where are you? There you are. Your current state has metaphorical resemblances to idling your car, waiting and waiting and waiting for the red light to change. But here's the good news. I expect a signal that will turn green very soon, maybe within a few minutes after you read this horoscope. Here's more good news. Your unlucky number will stop popping up so often, and your lucky number will be a frequent visitor. I'm also happy to report that please don't touch signs will disappear. This means you will have expanded permission to consort immediately with influences you need to consort with. So how about that? All right. And then we've got, okay, so flowing, that was also for you. Teresa is Aquarius. So let me get up Aquarius here. Let me take a drink of water real quick. My voice is I'm starting to sound like Marge who drives truck. Has nothing to do with the fact that I vape. Okay, Aquarius. And this is for Teresa, and this is for Katie. You're Aquarius too, right? Yep. Okay. So Aquarius, L.R. McBride wrote the book, The Kahuna, Versatile Mysteries of Old Hawaii. He describes the role of the kahuna, who is a blend of sorcerer, scholar, and healer. At one point, a kahuna gives advice to an American tourist saying, "You have moved too fast for too long. You have left a part of yourself behind. Now you should slow down so that part of you can catch up." I'm offering you the same advice right now, Aquarius. Here's your homework. Dream up 3 fun things you can do to invite and welcome back the left behind parts of you. Katie, that's a lot like what we were talking about this morning, is it not? That's funny. But that was Aquarius. All right, so now we also have, let's see, Taurus. All right, let me get to Taurus here. All right, Taurus. You will be wise to summon extra love and rapport as you ruminate on your vivid upcoming decisions. Wouldn't you like to bask in the helpful influences of smart allies who respect you? How nurturing would it feel to receive healing encouragement and warm appreciation? I suggest you convene a conference of trusted advisors, good listeners, sunny mentors, wisdom keepers, and spirit guides. Maybe even convene a series of such gatherings. Oh, yeah. Now is an excellent time to call in your favors and get the most inspirational support possible as you navigate your way to the next chapter of your life story. That's awesome. How exciting. And we got Gypsy JJ is a Leo. Leo. My stepson is a Leo as well. The theory of synchronicity proposes that hidden patterns are woven into our lives. Though they may ordinarily be hard to detect, they can become vividly visible under certain circumstances. But we have to adjust the way we interpret reality. Here's a clue. Be careful for 3 meaningful coincidences that happen within a short time and seem related to each other. I predict the emergence of at least one set of these coincidences in the next upcoming weeks, maybe as many as 4. Synchronicities are coming. You have entered the more than mere coincidence zone. Ooh. So be alert for 3 meaningful coincidences that happen within a short time. Okay, that is interesting. And okay, Sagittarius, that's me too, Heather. I'm a Sagittarius as well. Fire sign, girl, what? Okay, so Sagittarius, I think it's time to graduate from your lessons of toxic kinds of enchantment and launch a new experiment with healthy kinds of enchantment. If you agree, spend the next few days checking to see if any part of you is numb, apathetic, or unreceptive. Non-feelings like these suggest that you may be under the enchantment or influences that are cramping your imagination. The next step is to go in quest of experiences, people, and situations that excite your imagination, rouse your reverence, and raise your appreciation for holy mysteries. Life will conspire benevolently on your behalf if you connect with your magic, marvels, and miracles. Oh, I love that. And that's for me too. So I'm going to take that advice. All right, did I get everybody? Okay, so Lynn is also an Aquarius, so we got the Aquarius done. All right, all right. I think I got everyone. If I missed you, let me know. But I love his astrology. You know, I love how he takes the message built into the stars, and he creates a story with it that's relatable, you know. So for me, that's great because I am not naturally an astrologer. It's something that I look at and try to understand, but I don't connect with that the way that some do, but I appreciate it deeply, and I appreciate people who do it well very, very much. So I love it. I love it very much. So, okay, let me take a drink of my coffee here. Oh, so did anybody do anything earthy for Earth Day yesterday? I did not. I did not get out and do the things that I was hoping to do, but I'm somebody who is a constant cleaner upper of the outdoorsy type stuff. So I'll get out there and I will get it done, but I did not get to do that. So, oh, everyone's saying bring on the miracles and welcome the miracles. Yes, I'm all about the miracles. Well, right now we're seeing little miracles unfolding right before our eyes, right? It astounds me every single spring when I see things come out of that dormant stage and start turning green and coming alive again. You know, I last night was the first night, since fall that I saw the bats flying around. And where there's bats, there's insects, and where there's insects, there's malaria. Okay, that might not be a miracle, but anyways, it was a miracle to me to see the bats when I looked out last night and I saw them flying around. I'm like, oh, that is like one of the sure signs of spring here in Wisconsin. You know, that means the weather has warmed up enough that there's bugs for the bats to eat, you know. So let's see. Well, for Earth Day, Flowing slept all day. Well, you know what? You must have needed it. So that's a good thing, right? And Jenny walked outside and enjoyed the country life. Oh, that's awesome. So where you are, is it as a very rural? That's pretty cool. You need some bats. Okay? You should go find yourself some bats. They are very helpful with the gnats. You know, it's neat because we'll sit on our front porch in the summertime, and as the sun starts to go down, you just see they're flying everywhere. And we don't have a mosquito problem. We really don't. We don't get a lot of mosquitoes in my neighborhood. And I think it's because we have this giant swarm of bats that just flies around. Oh, you're at home. Oh, okay. You're at home in Fargo. All right. Well, then that's cool. Then you're seeing what I'm seeing. You're seeing a lot of the trees are starting to pop with their green. Actually, our trees are fully leaved now. They're fully leaved. Some of the really big, old trees are still just budding, but all of the smaller trees are all leaved. So it's all green out there. We actually had to mow our grass this weekend because it got so deep that we have I think I told you guys about the bunny that used to commune with my dog Crosby like they were friends, like they would be nose to nose with each other. Well, I named him Landvitier, and Landvitier still lives here in the backyard. And all I could see was like the top little tips of his ears. That was it, just the top little tips. And I'm like, I think we might need to mow. But yeah, we have them coming into our apartment because of how old the place is. So we've been killing those pains in the arse. Oh no! Don't kill the bats! No! You need to just cover the whole inside of the apartment in duct tape. So they can't get in. No, I know they can be a pain when they get in the house. That's happened. Not so much here at my house or in the house that I live in, but in the house that I used to live in, that happened every now and then. And where I used to work, we used to get tons of bats coming in. One day I got hit in the head. It came flying at me and popped off my head. And I turned to my partner, or I called out to my partner, and I said, I just got hit in the head with a bat. And she came flying down the stairs into the basement thinking that somebody like took a baseball bat and smacked me. I'm like, no, an actual bat. And we found the bat, we got it in a box, and we got it outside. I looked at the flower growing from my kitchen window. It's beautiful. Yes, and the lawn was mowed. Yeah, okay. I love flowers. I love spring flowers. The tulips are coming up. We had crocuses earlier. There's another one that's growing in the front yard. Katie, what is the other one in my front yard? Hyanthus? Something like that. The daylilies are coming up. Like the leaves are up already. But yeah, and all the sedum has turned green. There's hosta. We have a hosta garden on the side of our house, and we have like several different varieties of hosta, and they're all starting to come up now, which is pretty neat. So I'll have to do like a summertime, like show you guys the yard because it's pretty. Bats, natural bug killer. Yes, they are very important to the ecosystem. Hyanthus. How do you say that word? Hyacinth. Hyacinth? Am I saying that right? Katie knows better what's growing in my yard than I do, and she lives like 1,000 miles away from me. For the cry eye. Oh, I gotcha. Okay, I gotcha. Then you need the bats. You don't want bad guano all over your house, though. No. We have like all this great ornamental grass that grows. What is it called? It's centipede grass, I think it's called, where it's like the light green, dark green, all the way up, and it's taller than me. It's like 6 feet tall. I love that. Oh, you don't kill bats, you kill the gnats. Gotcha. I wish you had bats. Well, if I catch one, I'll send it to you. You open up a box and a bat comes flying out. You'd be like, Dolly! That would be funny. No, it wouldn't. Oh, Katie, yes. I have lots of snapdragons this year in a magenta. Oh, magenta. Oh, girl. That's pretty. We always get yellow ones. We get yellow snapdragons. They're annual, are they not? But they reseed themselves because the ones that are in our yard where we initially planted them is about 10 feet to the left of where they are now. It's weird. Every year they come up, but they're always a little further over. So I'm pretty sure they reseed themselves. Katie says, use lavender to repel winged bugs like gnats. Oh, that's a good idea. I have back over here somewhere on my altar. I have different essential oils and spray bottles. I have sage, and I have sandalwood, and I have lavender. And I use the lavender just to kind of clear the energy sometimes in the house. Sometimes it doesn't need something as strong as like Palo Santo or sage or dragon's blood, and I'll just go around with my lavender and just kind of give it just a little pick me up. You know what I mean? When maybe it just, the energy is okay, but it could be better. You know what I'm saying? So I cannot encourage you guys enough that essential oils are incredible for your spiritual practice. Especially if you can't do incense as much as you'd like. I burn a lot of incense in here. You walk into this room and it smells like a Buddhist temple in here, okay? But my family is sensitive to incense, so I use the essential oils instead, and that they're perfectly okay with. Katie's is 4 years old. What, your essential oils? Lavender in my diffuser to keep out fruit flies, and it works great. Yeah, I use a diffuser as well. I love my Palo Santo. So do I. I love Palo Santo. Palo Santo is how I cleanse pretty much everything. I reserve sage for only the most difficult times, where I have sort of a difficult energy in the house that I need to do something about. Otherwise, I use Palo Santo and it works great. And I love the smell too. I love the smell. I am a patchouli lover. I dab my wrists from time to time. Yeah, I have a really good friend who's super, super into patchouli. Like, you walk into her apartment and you get hit by a wave of patchouli. She loves patchouli. Oh, your snapdragons are 4 years old. So are they reseeding themselves, or is it a perennial? And mine are just moving. I guess I'm going to have to look that up. You might know that, Katie. If you do, let me know. I assumed that they were annuals because they do go to seed and we allow them to go to seed. And then the next year, like I said, they just seem to be moving around the yard. Yeah. So would anybody like a reading today? We're at 10:40 in the morning, and I don't want to go too long without offering that up. So if anybody would like a mini energy reading today, we'll just just say, I would love a reading in the comment below, and I will do it. Otherwise, I will do a general reading for everyone. It is a seasonal, but mine has been making seeds and staying alive through the frost. Oh, interesting. Yes, Dolly, I love you. Well, I love you too. I'm guessing you would love a reading, so I love you too, Jenny. I'm so happy you're back at home. All right, so I'm using the Urban Crow Oracle. I'll show you the book here. I put all my decks in bags. I put all my decks in bags with a crystal, with a quartz crystal that's charged. So this is the Urban Crow Oracle by MJ Cullinane, and if you have watched my channel for any amount of time, you know that I am an MJ Cullinane fan. I love the artwork on these cards. I love the intention put into this deck. So I'm going to ask the angels to protect us. I'm going to ask the spirits of the land in my home, the land Vatir and the Husvatir, to surround us, and I'm going to ask the ancestors to give us wisdom. What does Jenny need to know for today? Spirit, please and thank you. All right. I have battle. battle. And it's two crows. They're fighting over it looks like I'm not sure what that is, but they're fighting over something there. Battle. And you see those waves of energy coming off the crows there? The movement. Now, I am not feeling like this battle is going to be with any person in particular. I'm feeling more of a internal battle going on. Like a big decision, or just something that you're wavering back and forth about, and it might be causing you a little anticipation or anxiety. Let me grab my tarot deck here too. To go with this, I have the Animal Guides Tarot. I just want to get a little clarification on this. Oh, good morning. Thank you for coming, and hello. Early ritual. Hello, hello, hello. All right, let me just get a clarification on battle, Spirit. All right, so we've got the Four of Air. And it's represented by the koala on this card, the koala bear. And it says, thoroughly think things through before making a decision. Continuing to overanalyze isn't going to get you any closer to a revelation, but meditation and prayer will bring the answers you seek. And yes, that's exactly what I was feeling. So I'm glad that I pulled this clarifier, because that's exactly the feeling that I was getting with battle. It wasn't so much like you're necessarily fighting with another person, although that could be part of it. I feel more of an internal, something internal going on, you know? So meditate, pray, and it may have not come up yet. It might be coming up. You know, that's the weird thing with, like, when you're trying to do divination from, 1,000 miles away. It might be something that's coming up. So when you do reach that point where your paths are diverging and you have to choose one thing or the other, don't make any snap decisions. Just pray about it, meditate, and then make your decision when you're calm, clear, and collected, if that makes sense. So that's my message to you from Spirit, okay? So let's see, was there anyone else? Back up. And Gypsy JJ says, I am new here. I would cherish an energy reading with you. Okay, let's do that. Let's do it, Gypsy. Let's see what Spirit has in store for you. Okay, Spirit, what does Gypsy need to know today? Gypsy JJ. Please and thank you. Okay. Oh, interesting. We have commitment. Commitment. Two birds who have made the commitment to make a nest and start a family. That kind of commitment, deep commitment, serious commitment. So again, I'm going to pull a tarot clarifier for that. I am getting a feeling of like a decision that needs to be made, and maybe you're hemming and hawing about it because you know that once you commit to this thing, it's going to be something that you're committed to for quite a long time. It's not necessarily a love situation, although that's how it is depicted on this card. It might be with another person, but I'm not feeling like that. Let's get married kind of feeling, or let's make a baby kind of feeling. I'm getting more of a, I got to think about this because it's gonna take some time, and it's gonna take some of my time. All right, but can you clarify that for us, Spirit? I got renewal. Look at those raccoons. Aw. And it says, it's time to get clarity. It's time to get clarity about your life and your life's purpose, and make changes so that you're on a path most divinely suited for you. Forgive what has been without judgment, and fearlessly embrace what is to come. And that is what I was feeling. I was feeling like, again, for you too, like you may come up to a crossroads where you can either continue down the path that you're currently going, or become committed to something new that may bring you incredible opportunity, but will take a lot of your time, and leave a little less time for you, for you to, for a lack of a better word, to selfishly have, you know what I'm saying? So, when that comes to you, really take the time to weigh it out. A commitment is a commitment. That's why it's called that, right? Something big. So that is my message from Spirit to you. All right, so let's take a look here. What else do we got? Hello. I get that way when I fly, and it takes days from. Oh yeah, jet lag for real. Yes, jet lag is real. Heather has to run. You have a great day, Heather. And you're very welcome. I was happy to do that. It was good for me too. And Jenny says, yes, it is so real, Katie, and I have been home. It's been crazy this time. My jet lag is out of this world. Oh, yeah, jet lag is nuts. I would get that when I would go and spend any amount of time in California and then come home. That 2-hour difference makes a difference. It's weird. It's weird how that works. It really is. Oh, I wanted to show you guys, it's a full moon. It's the pink moon. And on full moons, it's a great time for you to charge up your cards, especially if you have a new deck. And I got a new deck. It's called the Star Dragons Oracle cards. And it's by Paolo Barbieri. I have a couple decks from him, and I really like the artwork that I saw on Amazon. So I'm like, you know what? I am going to get this deck. And I haven't even opened it yet. It's a small deck. It's not very big. Grab my ceramic cutter here so I don't cut the cards, but I can cut through the plastic. And everybody's going crazy about dragons right now. So I was like, I'm going to be a joiner and get a dragon deck. But this is what the back of the cards look like. Reminds me of like those ink, those ink things that psychiatrists use. And they're like, tell me what you see in this. And there's dragons. And here's what just typically one of the cards looks like. This is space. Look at that face. I love, love, love dragons, you guys. Oh, look at this one. Vision. Yeah. So it's a really pretty deck. So I'm looking forward to charging it, sleeping with it, and then I'm going to start using it. So that's the Star Dragons Oracle. And then all my decks, I cleanse the bags I put them in. I charge the crystals. I cleanse the cards, which I still have to do. And then I put them in the window and I charge them in the moonlight. Then I sleep with them. And then I use them for myself. I get to know a deck by using it on me first before I try to use it for anybody else, so that I understand the intention of the deck. I understand how it connects to me. And then I start using it for you guys. So that's sort of my methodology. But it's a pretty deck. I got real envious, I have to say, because Katie was using this Dragons deck, not this particular Dragons deck, but she was using a Dragon Tarot deck last week for her card of the day. And, I'm going through my decks. I'm like, I don't have any dragons in this room. I have no dragon decks. And I absolutely love dragons. What is wrong with me? So I went on to Amazon and I saw that this particular deck was on sale. And, when I see sale, automatically I go, I can buy it now. So for this point, I bought this deck. And it's been a while since I bought one of my own. I had a couple people send me decks, which was really amazing. But I've been kind of dialing back how many decks that I buy. But this one called out to me. So I got it. My finances are focused on epoxy resin supplies and less on cards. Yes, she is in creation mode. Okay, thank you. This is exactly the word I was trying to think of. I'm glad that you speak Dali-ese and understood what I was talking about. Oh, and you have two of the Apollo decks, Katie says. Okay, thank you. I know what is coming up soon. So do I stay or do I go? I can't go right now, but I will. But will my partner be all right? Oh, yeah. Well, think about that. Put that intention out into the universe, that question. Put that question out into the universe, Gypsy. And meditate with it a little bit. Even if it's just for 5 minutes, just meditate with that question. And then maybe on Thursday, we'll revisit that, okay? And just sort of see what the progression is in your thinking regarding that, because that's a hard one. That's a tough one, especially when a partner's involved like that. That's tough. It is. Those are the crossroads that we meet in life, right? And sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not, but you always need to choose what's going to be best for you, what's going to open things up the best for you. A loving partner will go along with you on the journey, but sometimes those loving partnerships come to a diversion. If you think about it, how many people did you meet between the ages of firstborn to 10 years old? How many people outside of your family did you meet, in school, in church, anywhere else in your life, your neighborhood? At the time when you get to know these people, you think to yourself, especially when you're young, I will never be without these people. These people will be my friends forever. These people will be important to me forever. By the time you reach 20, how many of those people are still in your life? Or did you meet a whole new group of people, right? Get into your 30s. How many people from your 20s were still there? And so on, and so on, and so on. People come and go from your life as you need them to be. sometimes when we artificially try to elongate that time, we can cause ourselves problems, right? It causes a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, sometimes some heartache. But people do come and go from your life as you need them. You're very lucky if you can go through the entirety of your life with at least one or two of the same people there. You know, I have very few. I have very few from my childhood. The one constant that I had up until just up until a few years ago, is no longer with me. You know, she passed on. But you have that through life. It's hard. It's very hard, and especially when you've got partners involved, for sure. Nancy goes, dragon, 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 heart, heart, heart. I feel the same way. Being a committed partner does not mean you lose your individuality. 100%. Cool, Dolly. I got a new deck while I was on assignment and it called to me. Yeah, sometimes that happens, right? That's kind of what happened with my dragon deck. I was like, I'm not going to resist this one this time. I used Tarot of the Dragon. My review got the attention of the author. I was so honored. Yeah, that is super cool, Katie. I'm so happy for you. I am so happy for you. Floyd needs a dragon in her life. I do too. Everyone come and go from our lives. That's why we need to show how we feel about them. Yes, in the moment, 100%. Yes, yes, yes. I agree with that, Katie, very, very much. All right, I'm going to pick a card for everybody from the Urban Crow Oracle. Just a general card for everybody for today. And then I'm going to be ending the live stream for today. It went fast, didn't it? A whole hour just flew past. All right, Spirit, what is a card for the group today? Please and thank you. And I love you. All right, we have territory. Territory. And what I think Spirit is, or what I'm getting from Spirit right now about territory is we all have things in our lives that we cling tightly to because we don't want them to ever change. We don't want it to ever change. We don't want it to ever go away, you know, so we cling, you know. I'm like that with my pets, right? I love my pets so much. You know, my cats, my turtle, now the bird. I love these creatures. They're in my life, and I can't imagine life without them. And I do tend to coddle my animals, okay, a lot, you know, and when they leave me, it's devastating. It's absolutely devastating. You know, I'm very territorial about my house, my animals, the people that I love, you know, my city, even my country. But everything changes. Everything changes. Everything evolves. At least you hope that it's going to evolve, right? So things don't stay the same. So Spirit is saying, don't cling too tightly to anything. Okay, don't cling to anything too tightly today. Allow it to be what it is. Allow things to unfold as they do. And don't just step back and take a curious look at everything that's around you, but don't cling. Okay, don't be territorial. All right. Allow things to flow just like you need to flow. Right? Right, flowing? So, all right. Katie says, it always surprises me how fast the hour goes. I know, right? I can tell an hour has been passed though because my mouth is dry, girl. And Gypsy says, I'm humbled. Thank you for saying these things. I needed all of you. I'm grateful. Oh, we're glad that you were here. We're glad that you were here. I hope that you come again. You know, we're building a little community here of positivity. You know, Katie Moonchild there, connect with her. She does a show on Monday mornings. I do Tuesday and Thursday. And our friend Sonia Ray Lee also does hers on Friday. You can find all of them by clicking in my. If you look down below, I have like the people that I love section on my YouTube, and you can find any of these people. They're all amazing, and connect with each other too. Go with the flow, for real. And time flies when you're having a great time. Yes, it does. All right, you guys, I love you. I will see you all again on Thursday. Hopefully I'm not sure that I'm going to get many readings, like just video readings done this week, simply because I'm taking care of the bird. I'm taking care of my mom. My mom's birthday's today. I got stuff going on. So this might be a week with not a lot of readings, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah. Oh, and there's Chrissy. Chrissy's saying hello. How are you? Chrissy was having some issues, you guys. So keep her in your prayers.
Hello, everyone.
Her vertigo is really bad right now. So are you going to urgent care?
Yes.
She's going to go to urgent care and try to get some medicine. So I'm going to let you guys go. You guys all have a great day. I love you. Take care. And I will see you all again very soon.
And God bless.
God bless to all of you. Mwah. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.